Hello Aries, and welcome to your monthly forecast. This is for the month of August, and I really hope that you guys are getting off to a great start this month. There is a lot going on in regards to celestial events. We have a couple of eclipses, we also have a retrograde, but I tend to look at these things from a place of sort of neutrality. I think that's a good approach in life in general, but especially when it comes to some of these quarterly events where a lot of times people feel like they need to stop everything. I don't think that's the case. I think we're going to take a look at the cards tonight and get some road maps, or some road markers rather, for where you're headed. And basically preparedness is the key, not panic. So my goal tonight is to give you the tools that you need, the information that you need to most successfully basically navigate the next few weeks ahead, okay? So with that being said, your channeled information that I received while I was thinking about you, picking out the deck of cards that I was going to use, and then sort of like just pausing and letting the information come in, that channeled information was to focus on reciprocity. It's a big fancy word that just means, are you getting what you're putting into situations? I think in particular, I want you to pay attention to reciprocity in relationships, personal relationships, professional relationships, and anywhere where you have sort of a vested interest in things, but maybe putting in a little bit more. Or there may be an opportunity, this is true as well, where you know that it's your turn to step up to the plate. So whatever it is, I want you to think of how you can balance the scales a little bit and be on the same playing ground as other people in your life. And for some of you, this could be exciting because it may give you the confidence that you need to get further along in a career, or maybe finally being able to feel like you're not in the shadow of someone else in your life. So just remember, does it feel like it's even? Does it feel like you're getting what you're putting into it? Or is the other person taking more, or vice versa? Whatever it is, focus on balancing it this month and you'll be setting yourself up for success. So let's take a look now at the cards and see what messages they're bringing through. For those of you that are new to the channel, I separate this into three parts. We just finished up the channeled information. We're looking now at the general energy of the month, and then we'll expand it out to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. There's a couple of extra cards that I may pull in between all of these, but we'll see what seems appropriate. All right, so let's now take a look at the Catalyst card. Catalyst card, much like its name implies, is about what sets things into motion, but in respect to my spread and tarot, it's also the connective thread. And so what I want you to focus on releasing this month is fear. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, but with the fear card, things usually aren't as bad as they seem, and these things that are causing you to be afraid or causing you to doubt are typically, it's a blessing that you're feeling them, because it's either going to make you pay attention to things that you need to change, or it's going to allow you to just move on from something. Whatever it is, I really feel like, you'll notice this, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live the energy of love. So I want you to think about what it is that is holding you back from maybe doing what you love, if you're afraid of success, if you're afraid of accomplishing what you want, or if you're just afraid of other people's ability to sort of like control you or do things. Whatever it is, I want you to let go of it, because the weird thing about fear is the more you give into it, the more it kind of grows. And I think that some things like fear, sadness, frustration, they can almost, the thought forms can almost take shape, take space in your head. Sometimes they can even manifest as, you know, like on your body, or as a shadow form or something. And so the key thing to do with fear is to say to whatever it is that you're afraid of, I release the power that you have over me. I take back my control. I take back the illusion that you ever had power from me. I am strong. I am capable of doing this, and I'm no longer going to live beholden to fear. Something like that. Because words, what I just said, that's like, if you can create your own mantras, if you can create your own truths, this is what magic is. This is how we create things. You state a truth. I am no longer beholden to you, fear. I'm going to live in a place of love, of light, and of accomplishment. It feels good to let you go, and I'm opening a space for new beginnings. That's your mantra if you experience fear. All right, let's take a look now at what else is coming through for you. Your center card is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card both of acknowledging that things could be a little bit challenging as far as making progress. it's also a card of encouragement to not give up. You don't always see the fruits of your labor with the Five of Wands, but if you keep working hard, you're more likely than not going to get further along. But what's holding you back, or what is probably going to be your key challenge this month, is emotions. We've got the Prince of Cups right on top of it, and so sometimes, listen, I have some of the same issues when I get in the weeds of being busy. You think to yourself, oh, I'm so tired, or I can't do this, or how am I going to get this done? This Prince of Cups, even though it's crossing it, so we really don't know if it's upright or reverse, I feel like there's the weight of the energy of the cups on this. So intuitively what I'm getting is emotions pushing down on progress. So I want you to try to, even if you don't feel like engaged in wanting to do the work, then I want you to fake it until you make it, and just think to yourself, I'm going to do this, it's going to be fine, and put on some music and find a way to push through it. You won't regret doing that, okay? What I see on Deep Pass, and this is why I feel like it's worth moving through whatever it is that you're kind of maybe having some challenges with over the first 4 or 5 days of the month. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, and we also have Lakshmi as your goddess here. This is a goddess deck, so there'll be a lot of different references to deities on them, but there's actually a yogi chant where you chant her name over and over again for fortune, for good fortune. So when I'm seeing this, I'm seeing movement when it comes to money, opportunities, and finance this month. And you can do a Google search for that, for mantras and chants and music, particularly kirtan music if you want to for that. But either way, I see things that are shifting in a very positive way for you when it comes to money and finances, but you're going to have to work hard for that to happen. It's not going to be handed to you. So let's pull the camera down so you can see the spread here. When I'm looking at your ego position here, and then your recent past. Your recent past, we have again, this is a reimagined deck. This would normally be the Hierophant, but we have Tradition, which is perfectly summing up what the Hierophant is. And Tradition is in conflict with Power. And it's interesting because they're both cards of power here. So what I want you to be able to do is to kind of look in your life and think, where are you feeling boxed in? Because whenever you do see the Hierophant card, it is about being boxed in. The cool thing for you, though, we see Juno here. I associate Juno also with Janus in January, which is a endings and beginnings month. So what I think for you, we're kind of at a point now where that's maybe just 4 or 5 months away. So there's going to be a big shift that's happening for you at the very end of the year into 2018. And for some of you, this is going to be a change in the way you make your money. So a change of career for some of you, or an advancement in the career, or a change in status at the career. And the way to get this is through your connections. And for those of you that are either retired, a student, or not working, what this is about is breaking free of expectations. So this can also be familial expectations, because whenever I see Six of Cups, it's about sisters, blood, old friends, or family. And so there's a need and a desire for many of you to move forward and to kind of like break free. And so we have this beautiful, I really like the illustration on this Three of Wands. It's reversed. With the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands reversed, I see that as a delay in eventual good news. So this is about needing to feel like you can go that outside of the box, or that extra mile, without feeling that you're being judged, or that you're being demanded to sort of sit in a traditional way, or see things in a traditional way. So know that whatever it is you're seeking, it's absolutely possible. In fact, if you put the energy into it, if you don't give up with this Five of Wands at the center, and if you don't let emotions from yourself or others get in your way, then I see a really nice change happening for you when it comes to money, how you make money, how you, maybe even like a move coming through for you, moving to a different country or to a different state or province, and being able to set up and live there. So I see a nice shift for many of you happening. For those of you that are completely satisfied and don't really want any of that, this month is about relationships and second chances at those relationships, because the Six of Cups is your crowning card. All right, as we look at where the energy is heading for the month, again, we have this card here that's encouraging you to take control of what you need to do with your finances, with your health, with everything. We talked about reciprocity. If something's out of balance, you've got to bring it in balance as soon as possible. And I would say, because we have Freya here, I really love the time and month markers on this deck, I have to say. This is something I want you to focus on in the first week of the month and really try to get done by Friday, since Freya is the goddess of Friday. So this week, this first week of the month, if you're happening to watch it, and even if you're watching this some other week, I want you to get what you need to get done by the end of that week, by Friday. Allow that to be your time marker so that you know that you're on track and that you're giving yourself something to be accountable with. Like, we all work better with deadlines sometimes, or we can just keep dragging our feet. So, but it's important for you to take control of things. You want to look at where your money's going. You want to sign your checks this month. You want to be the one in control of the flow of money and the understanding of money and situations. For those of you that are managers or own your own business, this is also about seeing everything, the paperwork, getting into the weeds of the paperwork. When I'm looking at environment here, there's a little bit of a question of, should I move on? Is this time? And that really does sit nicely with these two cards are reversed because you're trying to think about it. So this is, can I do what I want to do? Am I ready for this big change? And this is, have I gotten everything that I need to get out of this situation? And as we look at hopes and fears here, we have the Five of Cups card. Let me just pull it down so you can see where it's at and how it's affecting other cards around it. So with the Five of Cups in reverse, it's another card of holding on. Notice all the cards that actually have people holding things are reversed. Three of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. These cards are saying, in order for you to move forward, you have to embrace the dream, let go of the present situation and or drama associated with that, and let go of the emotions. And we have this Prince of Cups here at the middle also. That was what I originally felt when I was looking at it, that there was a heaviness with emotion. Once you let go of that heaviness of emotion, though, that's when the flow of prosperity comes in, as we see with the Eight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune in the sort of deep past here. But this is where the future energy is headed. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about, for those of you that want to try something new and learn something. It doesn't matter if you're retired, if you're a student, if you're in the middle of your career, where you are. This is about doing something because it makes you feel good, because you're interested in it, because it feels like as you do it, you're alive, that this is exactly what you were put on this planet to do. So whatever that is for you, I really want you to focus your energy into that area, whatever's going to bring passion and knowledge in your life. That's going to give you the tools that you need to set something new up. And a lot of times, I've had sessions with clients where they feel like they're at a point in their life where it's impossible to do to reinvent themselves. It's never impossible to reinvent yourself. It's hard and it may take work, but what you have this month is an opportunity, a window. You have three windows from what I can see. You have one this month, which is about executing and setting up the sort of work, but having to do a lot of busy work to make things happen, a lot of research. You have another one in about 2 or 3 months' time where there might be an opportunity to travel, to move, or to go after whatever this dream is. It comes back, you get some feedback. And then we're looking at Juno. There's something in January as well, where you will have another chance perhaps to make a change, make a shift in living, a shift in even your relationship status. So allow for some of these shifts to happen and do what you need now to either save the money, because the Eight of Pentacles is about perpetual growth and keeping the growth going. So if you need to just sort of continue to move your investments around so that you're ready for retirement, maybe early retirement, whatever, that's good. And if you're in a place where your finances aren't where you want them to be, this card is about basically setting everything straight. That's where the reciprocity comes in. All right, with that being said, let's expand your forecast and take a look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. Let's begin with your health card. And for you, the health card is all about sleep. We have Hypnos, which is a very clear message that you want to actually be avoiding distractions. One thing that I'm really paying attention to is, if you notice the way he's basically putting his finger over top of his mouth. So what I see with this is to take any sort of noise in your apartment, in your house, in your bedroom, and I want you to really quiet it down as you go to sleep. So some of you, I'm sure, might be used to going to sleep with like the evening news, with whatever your favorite TV show is, or maybe you listen to music. With this, it's about maybe for the first couple weeks of the month or the whole month, maybe you want to try something new for like 30 or 40 days. Try white noise, try turning off the television. If you need something to put you to sleep, maybe try reading, but better yet, what if you tried to meditate and then Sometimes I even put like a cloth over my eyes so that I'm not seeing anything, and I can just sort of like open my eyes and allow for, that's when I do some channeling and do some meditating and see what the universe wants to bring me. But we don't know what messages are out there until we stop, like with all the light, the noise, the sound. We have to tune in. So if you could try to do that, that'd be great. Now, if that seems like a stretch, the other thing that this is saying is no caffeine, no sugar, and avoid eating like 2 or 3 hours before you go to sleep. You want to take out the toxins, and you want to take out the things that are weighing down your ability to rest, okay? But I feel like you'll be able to achieve positive strides in that area, no matter how much or how little you want to try with that. Okay, so let's look now at your wealth and career and finance card here, but I just call it wealth. Let's see what's coming through for that. And we have a fearless card that came through, really encouraging you to notice how it's a beautiful outstretched wings, not being afraid to go after what you want. And for some of you, that's about butting heads with your family and maybe going against what is expected of you, what traditionally people in your home or your culture do. So this is about stepping into your own truth. If you do that, that's going to open up opportunities you may not have dreamed of. So I really want you to not be afraid to take a risk this month. All right, so let's take a look now at your love card. We just looked at health, wealth, let's look at love. And it's all about issues surrounding your relationships at home. So this can be your partner, your children, yourself if it's just you, but I really want you to focus on the people with whom you live and the people that you consider like you feel at home with them. So that's why I'm getting very intimate relationships. And the thing that will help you across the board is to improve your home space. And I know this is a weird thing to talk about, but when I first learned how to read tarot, my teacher reminded me that the place in which we live, the energy that surrounds us, that really sets the tone for everything in your life. So if you have a living situation where it's a mess, or you don't feel safe, or there's too much drama, or there's too much noise, it's really hard to focus, and it's hard to bring in prosperity and opportunities elsewhere in your life, including other relationships. So clean and balance your space, and your relationships will also benefit from that, as will all aspects of your life. And the other thing with this is, if you're single and you want to start to kind of like call in a partner, what you can do is create space in your house. So that involves cleaning out part of your closet, opening up a drawer, just making the place welcoming, homey, and also a place that you would want to be, and hopefully you want to be there because it's your place. But basically setting it up and making it feel that it's everything you dreamed it would be. And if it's not, put the energy there. And at the very least, you can live happily at home with yourself, but it's going to make it that much easier for other people to enter your life. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's now take a look at destiny. Okay, this is a gigantic deck of cards, so difficult to shuffle. Bear with me. All right, so your destiny card is, we have this 5 of Orbs card, which is a 5 of Swords card, and the 5 of Swords card is about, it really is, are you ready? We talked about this holding on to things. This is about trust issues, trusting yourself, trusting people around you. And what I like about this particular illustration of the 5 of Orbs or 5 of Swords is that it's showing that it's about juggling your energy, and if you're going to spend the energy in these things anymore. A traditional 5 of Swords, it doesn't illustrate that because it's someone just kind of looking over their back. But this one is saying you have a choice here. What is it you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on the past, the future, or do you want to try something altogether different? So when I'm looking at your future card, it's about weighing out opportunities. What opportunity is it that you want, and are you ready now for the work and for the challenges that are associated with that opportunity? And I'm going to pull one extra card, which is kind of like what you can achieve in this retrograde cycle, and with eclipses and all the other stuff. What's the point of all of these kind of cosmic events for you? And it's to bring things in harmony. So that is the reciprocity, and that really does speak to what the channeled information was at the beginning. So let's review everything like I like to do each week, and I think that helps because there's a lot that we covered. So give me a moment here, and I'll pull the camera down for this part. Your channeled information was to focus on balancing things out, on reciprocity. Your catalyst card was to release fear, and I gave you a mantra for doing so. The spread of cards this month is showing opportunities, shifts that are ready to happen with money and also where you're living, because the Wheel of Fortune can show a change in that. There's a little bit of conflict with traditional values and your own power. Tradition possibly holding you back. We look at the cards that were reversed here, the key cards that were reversed. It was all about this ability to let go, embrace the future, release the lessons in the current situation, and to also release emotions that might be pulling you back. There's a great wealth of opportunities and also wealth in general that awaits you if you're willing to take a risk with your career and your finances. Don't let emotions get in the way this month. Health card, focus on sleep, on quiet, on setting an environment that feels like it's conducive to rest and to tranquility. For wealth, take that risk that we're talking about. Looks like it will pay off. For love, set up a space that makes you feel safe, that makes you feel loved, that you think other people would love. That's going to make it much easier to bring love and healthy relationships in your life, as well as balance out your life. When we're looking at your destiny card, it's all about choices and priorities. You can either focus on the energy of the past or the future, or you can take an entirely different path. The choice is up to you, and we've talked about all of those different outcomes as we looked at today. What is the point of all the sort of crazy cosmic things going on this month? To help you get harmony. That's really your second chance that's coming through this month. So embrace it. Allow for yourself to find that place of happiness and equilibrium. Okay? I hope this helped you. It was my pleasure and also my honor to be able to read for you this month. I know you have a lot of choices, so thank you for coming here and letting me spend the past half hour or so with you. If you ever need more of a detailed reading, I do offer one-on-ones, and you can click at the end of the video. There's a link in the corner that will allow you to check rates and availability. I also put it in the, not in the comments section, but in the description section right above comments. And also in that area, you can find links to my social media, so you can join me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Or if you'd like notifications of when videos are posted, you can also join my newsletter. Or if you prefer, you can subscribe to the channel, and there's two options. There's one that will just keep you connected if you log in, and another one that will send you an email reminder, the little bell. So feel free to engage in as many or as few of these ways of staying in touch as you'd like. This is also a viewer-supported channel, so if you found that this was really helpful and you would like to donate, there's a link to do that as well. But that's a love donation, and it's not required. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of the love, the support, the comments, the subscribes, all of that. I wouldn't be here without your help and your support, so keep it coming, and know that from my heart to yours, I hope that this month is successful, that you achieve what you need to achieve, and that I've given you a roadmap here to basically successfully traverse any of the challenges that come your way. Until we see each other again in the weeklies, much love, much light. Goodbye. Thanks.